Hello, Miss Chase and fellow classmates. I'm Olivia, and I'm doing my final project on depression. Depression is something I've dealt with for many years, and now that I'm older, I've learned that I'm not alone in the journey. I hope you also know that you are not alone. An article published in 2018 by the CDC, mental illnesses are defined as the conditions that affect a person's thinking, feeling, mood, and behavior. Depression, anxiety, and bipolar disorder, to name a few, can occasionally be long-lasting and affect someone's ability to relate to others. More than 50% will be diagnosed with a mental illness or disorder at some point in their life. 1 in 25 Americans live with a serious mental illness, and 1 in 5 children at some point will also be diagnosed. An article published in 2020 by the World Health Organization states that half of all mental health conditions start by age 14, but most cases will go undetected and untreated. The consequences of not addressing mental health conditions can impair the rest of our lives. Physical, emotional, and social changes can make adolescents vulnerable to mental illness. Adolescence is a crucial period for developing social and emotional habits that are important for a mentally well life, including a healthy sleep schedule, regular exercise, developing coping and problem-solving techniques, and learning how to manage their emotions. The more risks they're exposed to, the greater impact on their mental health. Some adolescents are put at a greater risk because of their living conditions, discrimination, or a lack of access to quality support, making them vulnerable to social exclusions, educational difficulties, and risk-taking behaviors. I have dealt with mental illness since I was at least 15 years old. I was old enough to start noticing my trauma responses. It takes away my confidence, my energy, and my self-worth. I was afraid to lose people even if they were not good to me, even when they hurt me mentally and physically. It took time to learn and unteach myself self-destructive behaviors. When I was 19, I went through a horrific experience that caused me to miscarry my baby, and this event took me back to a darker place. After meeting my last partner at age 20, he encouraged me to seek professional help. I learned many new coping mechanisms that helped me and will continue to help me for the rest of my life. I've learned that even when it's dark and cold, you can still take that experience and knowledge with you to the next part of your life. In this class, we watched true stories. In each one, the person went through emotional change or trauma. They all had their different fight with their emotions and many different challenges to face. Whether it was being confined to a bed, cheated on by the love of their life, fighting for their life, or trying to figure out who they were. This is just a small example on how different people battle with depression. Suicide is the 10th leading cause of death in the U.S. and the second leading cause of death among people aged 15 to 34. Mood disorders are the third most common cause of hospitalization in the U.S. for both youth and adults. Living with mental illness puts a lot on your body and can cause serious health problems such as heart disease. U.S. adults with mental illness die on average 25 years earlier than others. Depression is my real because I deal with it every day. Some days are harder than others. I'm a strong advocate for taking care of yourself and being selfish to put your needs first. At the beginning of the semester, I lost a friend to suicide, which made some of the class topics difficult to process. I know I'm not responsible for his actions, but I still miss him. He had a rough childhood, but I'm glad that I was able to share many fond memories with him. Working on your mental health is important. It can help you cope with the stresses of life and help you realize your full potential. You may ask yourself how you can improve your mental health, and this does take action, such as a new environment and better coping mechanisms. Try staying positive and find a balance between both positive and negative emotions. Celebrate your small wins and be grateful toward yourself that you're making this possible. Take care of your physical health. Exercise is a great way to sort through stress and anxiety. My therapist told me that pain is like tying my shoes. I'm not always tying my shoes, but I remember how to. So I'm not always in pain, but I remember what it feels like even when it's not happening. Just because it's not happening right now doesn't mean you're not allowed to feel the pain. If you're struggling with mental illness or depression, please reach out or speak up. Not everyone can go through the same process and get the same results, but there is people here for you.